So this is going to be a good show and tell, bit of conversation. Yesterday was 100% conversation, and if you want to check that out, it was really good, if I say so myself, and it is at Tibby. Oh, no.
It's at Amy.
At Amy's, anyway, it's at me, whatever.
Wait, let's get her.
Like, subscribe, follow. This is just
all right. Let's get into
cold
it.
brew. All right. Do you want to talk amongst yourself for a second?
Woo! Feeling good. So I have been waiting for this, actually.
You have.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Well, because the half cardigan, we've had it before.
Yeah.
I think it was a few seasons back, or like 3 years ago. You had a cardigan, but you didn't have the cardigan with the fringe on it.
No, and let me. We sent out a newsletter about the capsule first of all, and I just want to pause for 1 second. I just want to explain that this was a case where, you know, Tracy came in and she brings her boards into my office. This is my office. We line them all up, and we have this really big conversation about like how many SKUs do we want to go into, what did we do last year, how many colorways, etc. And when you do that, you're doing it in a state of exhaustion because you've just come off of your big fall campaign, and then all of a sudden you got to really tap into your brain again. And you know, when we did it this time, we sat in front of the board, and I just looked at Tracy and I was like, I can't. I don't need another solid black jacket right now. I love gray, but not so much. Right? You know, we were just exhausted.
Yeah.
And so she had created this really beautiful, beautiful mood board, and we were like, what are 12 pieces? If we had to like just choose our 12 pieces that are gonna like give the good goosebumps, they're gonna be ones that like, can I defend it left and right as to like, you know, I'm wearing it to the grocery store? No, really not so much, you know, like they are just things that I want, that I will wear for certain moments in my life. But what I do know is I'll wear them for a long time throughout my life. So these are gonna go in my closet and they're gonna stay there, but they're gonna really add some oomph.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna wear them every day, and that's okay for some things. So this cardigan is a perfect example because from behind, it's got all of the fringe. And it's really funny, when we were designing this, Tracy came in and she was like, should we make it so that you can unbutton the fringe out and it's really versatile? And it really complicated it.
Yeah.
And instead, we just wanted to keep it very clean and simple. And so when we talk about chill modern and classic doesn't mean that you look like you are just totally going through a Scandinavian countryside. I mean, right? Like,
right.
It doesn't have to be that, and that's not what really excites me, especially right now at this time of year. So for me, CMC here is about, like, it's a cardigan. It's obviously very chill, and it's in this rich wool, but it's very modern. You've got the cutout back, you've got the fringe detail. And it's a classic. It's a cardigan. You know, had it been just one shoulder or something, it would have taken it to a different place. So you're getting chill, modern, and classic, but you're getting like a lot of punch for it, which is rich.
I really love, I'm also getting some big slim skin in here because skin, you saw when I started, I just like a little skin, because if I didn't have this t-shirt or this tank top on, I would get skin here. Yeah. And I'm wearing the new Rudolphs. So the new Rudolphs in black that are quilted and are also embellished. I think that this gives a good case for, you know, when is texture important, right? I'm wearing all black, but I have so many different textures on.
My nails so
what's
gross.
happening?
my nails infected. They like get gross.
That's
anyways.
not the Amy Smallwick nails we want to Google.
They're really nasty right now. I just got a manicure. What the fuck? Okay. These have all of the quilting and the little stud detail in them. Yeah. So it's giving interest, but I mean, for sure, that's a sweatshirt and a pair of jeans, shoe, and then
and it's not quilted for quilt's sake, you know what I mean? Because quilted can look a little like folksy, which is not a bad thing. No, but it modernized it in the shape that it is with the
in black, and then, you know, like had it been in baby pink and then multicolored, it would have been a different story. So I know that's one thing that we just really love doing, is taking these very like classic or, you know, just interesting traditions and then giving them that like good jolt of modernity. Then you're just wearing it with the black sib.
Yeah, right? I'm just wearing it with the black sib.
What size are you wearing in the sweater?
So I'm wearing a large, extra large in the sweater. This comes in 3 sizes, and I'm wearing the sibs in a 32.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so when I had that sweater on earlier, and you can see it online, I do a little walk in it, but I went with the extra small one. Because the SM, I verge on small to smaller, so the small medium was a little overwhelming on me. So at 5'5" and
you want it slightly shorter, right? Because it just gets slightly shorter.
Yeah.
So I'm wearing this probably for Thanksgiving dinner. I'm gonna wear it if somebody has something at their house that's a little bit more casual. Some of my friends have Friendsgiving, or I just love doing that.
This just becomes, it really is like the ultimate entertaining at home piece, and I find that the super black tie event, people are like, I got that covered, right? But it's those tween times that are so difficult to really nail sometimes when you're getting dressed, and that one is giving it all for like the tweens.
I want to go change, but I want to talk about, you have really great shoulders. I know you said that about my ankles. I'm not pulling it to me, but I don't want to be awkward like Amy. I really like your shoulders.
Thank you.
This is a good showcase.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay, so I am wearing, is this a Miele crepe? Is that, all right. So this is a Miele crepe. This is all wool. It's a really rich fabrication. And what you've got is you have the godets here, and then they are caught to this little lining here. And so it's creating some random bubble effect, but not overly bubbled, so you don't feel like petunia or anything in it. It's not feeling too girly. It's giving just enough edge meets girly. And this is absolutely then in the category of chill and modern and classic. And so what gives it the chill is that it's in this wool fabric. Had this been organza or something, it would have been decidedly unchill. And the whole shape and the details are very modern, but it's quite a classic at the end of the day. And I think I would just love this too with a big black full skirt. In fact, I have one over there. I think I'm going to try that on to see how that looks for you guys. I think you'll like it. But do you mind grabbing the leather one? That was from last spring. And so what I want to say on the sizing of this top is, if you guys have had our strapless dresses before that have the inside elastic on it, this one does not have the inside bra strap, but it does have the rubberized texture that keeps things staying up. I am between a size 2 and a 4 when it comes to my chest. I'm a very flat 32, but I have a wider rib cage. So on this top, for the first time in our strapless tops, I'm going to size down to a size 2. I had the team at the store. I had Emma D, Emmanuel, all of them. They tried it on this morning, and that was a consensus there. Emmanuel is between a 4 and a 6 usually in Tibby. She went with the size 4 in the top. Emma D is a pure 4. She went with the 4. Sloan went with the 4. So people took their size, but for those of us like me, like Emmanuel, that have always resided between sizes, we went to the smaller size. So I'm just wearing it with the jeans here.
This is the Stella jean, right?
This is
a
the
fuller
Stella
leg
jean.
dress.
Yeah, this is a Stella jean. It's got the snaps in the back, and I'm wearing it with a 3-inch heel because I'm in the holiday vibe. And I find that, especially because this is in wool, this is the one like the cocktail party, the dinner at a friend's house, hey, let's go out and celebrate in the holidays and we'll just have fancy dinner out. This is the perfect fit. And it's kind of like, it's not a fashion mullet to me, because it's very connected in that this has style to it, and this packs a lot of style to it in the denim. And I think that if I was wearing like my favorite faded Levi's, maybe with a rip in them and a sneaker with this, that's when I would personally start to feel a little fashion mullet-y.
Okay.
It wouldn't be connected enough, but right now I feel very connected in this. I did want to show though, like, I think I would love this as well if I was wearing like just a full skirt.
Oh, I love.
Actually, let me put this on real quick so you can.
So you can talk to me from over there. I really wanted to talk to you about what would you suggest for someone that doesn't feel comfortable wearing their shoulders out, or like somebody that met me, she said I get really red in my chest area. Would you do a tank with that? Would you do a t-shirt?
Yeah, so why don't, let me do
Just
this,
think about
and
it.
then let me try it on with the white tank underneath.
All right.
Annabelle, do you mind grabbing the white? Oh, no,
So
it's over
guys,
here. Never mind.
I popped the bird's eye on. Oh, come back.
Can I
You
just
were
show
faster than
this
what I
real-
expected. Yeah.
I'm so fast.
It's so fast.
Actually, I'm gonna give up black shoe here.
Okay.
Okay, so if I were going someplace fancier, this is the Python embossed skirt
From spring.
last spring. And then we also did it in that really, really, really beautiful fabric.
Screenshot now.
But this
oh my
is
gosh.
like just, so you guys, this skirt is not in the collection for fall or winter.
Mhm.
Remember, one of the things that we do is we do not offer everything all of the time. When you do that, that is when you get these brands that have way too many SKUs. It is when everyone starts choking. You choke on product, the earth chokes on product, it's not good. So if you have bought any of our full skirts before.
Oh my god, the bonded luxe,
The bonded luxe,
the sculpted cotton.
the sculpted cotton, but I also think it's worth even trying on like the full nylons. I'm curious, at least with a boot, what happens there.
Yeah.
So anyways, you can see that this is all of a sudden becoming very, oh, she's so cute. So cute, so evening-like here. And then I'm gonna try it on with the tank top underneath that.
Sweet.
Okay.
Did you give her a tank top?
I've got one.
Okay, sweet. So yeah, I was telling you I have the bird's eye tux jacket on, and what I love about it is that you're getting the ease of a lamb with a tailored shoulder, and of course this shawl collar is so elevated, holiday-esque. I think a few of you have the lamb from before. It was like, what was it called? I guess it was called the tux lamb, and it had a little shine, but here you can see the shine is a nice contrast to the navy. And I took the same stitch that I had on a moment ago when I was wearing the sweater at a house party or at Thanksgiving dinner and just elevated that. So if you're someone that's going to something that's like holiday-esque but casual, business casual, you can still feel like yourself and you can still wear the same Rudolphs. And I'm wearing it with like just a heel, 3-inch heel. And I am 5'7" and some change.
Okay, so real quick before
Not
I
bad.
change, I just
Yeah.
want to show like, you could also just put a tank on underneath. And this one was one of our scoop ones, so I turned it around because I like the proportions.
Somebody else would sell
the
this as
higher
a dress.
neckline, but
You have on 3 pieces.
well,
and I
someone
love
would
it.
sell it as a dress, and I wouldn't buy it as a dress because then you're like, okay,
I got this dress.
You got that one dress, and everyone's like, hey, you're wearing that
In that
dress
dress
again.
again.
And I'm like, but look, I changed my earring, and they're
You're
like,
like, no.
yeah, but anyways,
Absolutely not.
it's good to be able to break things apart.
Cool.
Okay,
I'm gonna step off.
yeah,
Alright,
Sarah.
The one, the only.
I'm on for
Sarah, back on set. You've been so busy. So you are just like have Sarah-fied everything here. This is the literal definition of ton, which is so good because you're not like zeroing in on just one thing. It's like an entirely interesting vibe here that I love. I'm gonna put on my jeans again while you're talking.
Hi, long time. I'm Sarah. I'm the brand director here at Tibby, in case you're new. And yeah, this is my interpretation of some of our capsule pieces. This is the Artemis beading skirt in the white gray color. It's super sheer, and it has animals on it.
Yeah, Annabelle, do you mind grabbing one of the Artemis pieces so we can hold it up to the camera while she's talking? The animals look like animals as you would see them in a cloud.
For sure, yeah. I mean, they're very subjective and open to interpretation, but it's a nice.
Ducks, snails,
There's
rabbits,
ducks, snails. So if
puppies.
you were a fan of the Gary print, which we all are, this is kind of. Oh, there we go. This is our newest iteration, a bit more luxe, a bit more elevated for this time of year, but honestly, no one would be surprised if this is what I wore to the office today. It's not, but I did wear the sweater actually and this vintage slip, so not far off. Just to give you guys a close-up of the really intricate beading here. This is a dog. You're not seeing it, neither am I, don't worry, because I'm cannot holding it up
It
correctly.
really is just like the little.
There,
he's-
see?
he's
Yeah,
his tail.
okay,
It's like
see?
Jack.
It's like Jack.
Yeah.
So I really love this skirt. I love these pieces. We have them in this, again, gray silver color and black in the kind of classic slip skirt style, as well as a tank dress. I'm wearing it with the double face cashmere navy cropped sweatshirt that has this dolman sleeve. It's super luxe, and that's kind of really why we made it, was to give something that had that really like sweatshirt laid back appeal, but felt super polished and was a really good balance to not only the fall collection and of course fundamentals, but the capsule as well. Layered underneath is just a vintage slip that is kind of working as a tunic in this scenario.
So good.
Thank you. You can honestly get this at like any vintage store. And then I'm wearing our blue feather heels. Do they have a name yet?
Fabulous.
Let them name.
No, I think, but they are part of, they'll be coming in November.
They'll be coming in November.
And we did show them on the show for spring.
Exactly.
Like,
So
they're
that's-
intended to be around for the long haul.
Exactly. So that's kind of why I wore them. Also to just like put emphasis on ton. And you know, this is definitely playing into past, present, future, which is definitely like my favorite through line because I love incorporating pieces that I already own and
Yeah.
then seeing them reworked for the new season.
So fun.
Yeah.
Really good.
Thank
Great.
you.
So I am wearing the tuxedo shirt, and we did it this season in the acetate twill. And this is one of those fabrications where, you know, when I try and explain the difference between when things get very precious and when they have a little bit more sturdiness to them, this is a really good example. Like, had this fabric been in a beautiful lightweight silk, it would have just taken on an air of preciousness to it that for me would not have worked with just a pair of jeans, right? You would have been much more limited in how you were wearing it, or if you were wearing it with jeans, you'd be a little bit more in that fashion mullet range where you are like, it's more feminine, and then it's a feminine fabric, and then it's a complete contrast to the jean, right? So right now, you've got the femininity of all of the 80s men's tuxedo ruffles. And you've got the femininity and the ease of the drape, but you've got the sturdiness of the twill fabric here. So that is that good like push-pull. And when we try and describe these things for you guys, and when I sometimes use other brands as examples that you might all know and be able to like, be like, oh yes, you're right. Like a brand like, I'll use Alberta Ferretti for instance, like that is a brand that is typically very feminine. It's a customer who absolutely relishes that, you know, very, very feminine vibe.
Yep.
And for me, I like it to be pulled back a bit. Not one is bad, not one is good. It's just we're describing the things that end up appealing to us and why something works and ends up getting a lot of play in your closet and why it doesn't sometimes. So this one is a silk cotton voile, and that's another good example where
look at this.
for the holiday time, had this been 100% cotton couture,
see.
it would have felt a little too casual.
Yeah.
You know?
It's funny, I have on a tank under it, but it doesn't feel as casual. I almost wish I had turned my tank around because I want to like make this meet that. I like the idea. But I feel like I can wear this dressed up, dressed down. I've tucked it in.
Yeah.
This is the length, so the sleeve length and the shirt tail is really cool.
Yeah.
There's a better word than cool.
And can you
Yeah.
come up here for a second?
I can turn it around
So
too.
one of the things too, guys, is if you, because options are always good. So if you ever feel like you don't want as high of a neckline, one thing is just unbutton the top two right there, and then you can just turn it over and make the neckline just a little bit less high, right? So you can do all sorts of things with it. And of course you can roll up your sleeves for a day.
I'm gonna try to turn this around. Well, I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna turn it around so you can see.
You do that.
Sweet.
So I really hope you guys love the campaign that we shot here. We went down, I've written a couple stories on it now, but we did go back to St. Simon's Island, Georgia, which is where I grew up, and we wanted the winter campaign to have a real, like, we wanted this drop to have, this capsule to have a real, like, moodiness to it. And when I was home, my dad was like, Amy, Jekyll Island, like going to that driftwood beach.
It looks like another planet.
It's another planet. Like when I took the team, Dad and I went out there, I took all the photographs, and when I took you guys there, I know you were like, wait, like, is there like, I feel like there was a dinosaur that was about to like come out of the...
They should shoot there. I feel like that's a set that's probably, well, we shouldn't
Well,
say
we were
that.
inspired from that movie, The Piano. If you haven't seen it, you should see it.
Guys, so I just popped this on backwards. I just want to show you what these back buttons look like to the front. And so if you're wondering, it stops here. So if you're wearing it to the back, this will be like slightly open. But to the front, I really love this little artist mock. And it's not bohemian for bohemian's sake, but even the seaming, the yoke that we get at the back looks pretty cool in the front. So I want my clothing to do more for me. Tucking this into my sids. Let's see. I would also tuck this in. I purposely put this with a more refined denim because I feel like a lot of you are craving this for like work environments where you can't really wear like a light blue denim, but it's really good.
Cool. Brown blazer I had on
Do you have a
earlier.
blazer? Because I would totally just pop a blazer.
I had on,
Oh yeah, it's the way.
I need to bring it around.
And I'm wearing it with the Bartholomew. I actually put on the satin heel that we have. This is where a nice brown belt would fit really well because it would give a little bit of, I don't know, would that make it more casual, you think, Amy? A brown belt here or black?
I am curious. I think that I would, I mean, a brown belt would make it decidedly more casual.
Right, that's what I was thinking, yeah.
But I think any belt is going to make it
More casual.
So it really depends on what you're going for. Like
Right.
the minute you put leather there, it's going to make
Mhm.
it more casual.
It's gonna break up the eye.
If you were to put a satin belt there, it's going to make it more whimsical,
Mm.
more feminine. And then right now, and again, this is, you know, Sarah's going to like belt it for days, right?
Yep.
But for me, I would probably be leaning clean because this is already giving me a lot of volume and femininity and
Yeah.
something, you know, and I tend to lean into earrings and things like that.
Totally.
So I've got on the same
So you have the
version
navy
here
version.
in the navy. And I'm wearing a black bra with this. And so you can see how sheer it is. I do have to say though, with the light like being cast on me the way that it is, I feel like, you know, like on the red carpet when people didn't anticipate that like their powder and everything would show up. I think this is much stronger than what your real life is. 'Cause
Yeah.
when you're looking at me
No,
right now,
no, and I've done it.
you're
for me
not
too.
seeing it, right?
Yep.
But up close you are.
Yeah.
So for me, this kind of navy blouse, like, I'm gonna live in this for days. And I want to show some options. This is gonna be with our,
So this is our Max blazer in toffee.
yeah, this
Yeah.
one I just realized is a runway length, so it's gonna be a little bit longer
Yeah.
than how it is in real life. But I just want to show you guys, like, I think that it's nice too when you've got a blouse like this and you are kind of straddling holiday time where you're going to work and then you are leaving the office and you're going out to dinner. This becomes really great because you're able to just switch things up and have a complete work vibe and then dinner vibe in 2 seconds.
We have to talk about the color wheel here because when you pop that on, it did something to my eye, right? Like it softened that, even though Tibby Navy is a really rich and deep navy, it softened it.
But then hello. To take a page out of Sarah's book here, maybe even for dinner, I'm going out here, or I'm gonna put on red fur earrings.
I mean, no.
I'm not gonna knock them.
Yeah.
Are you guys drinking straight?
We are.
We are drinking,
Matt made
We
this
have been
martini.
and
Espresso
it's going really well so far.
Yeah.
Cheers for us.
Not true. Not true. We're not drinking.
I didn't say what. We're drinking coffee.
No, I said coffee
guys. Just in a
martinis.
martini glass. It's
There-
fine.
To be clear, it's coffee concentrate.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't know that, so wait for it. Pew pew. About to get exciting.
It's about to get
Okay,
there real fast.
so I am wearing the tux coat, and I believe this is the Cardigan plaid. I love this with something that's a little bit more chill on the bottom. So those that are wearing denim somewhere, I feel quite elevated with the same shirt and less feminine, but also ready for an event after work.
I feel like that's the Jude.
After.
No, the Judd from Breakfast Club. He wore it with the big biker boots and the
Guys.
jeans and the flannel shirt.
If you don't know your movies, you cannot work here because
You cannot.
because movie trivia is so real, and I feel like I just like got demoted twice because I was like, shit, I don't know. But but here we are.
Do you not know my reference?
Of course I do.
Okay. Judd Nelson.
Yeah, totally. So that's that. Coffee concentrate. Let's go.
Let's go.
Sarah.
Oh, I'm back.
Wait, is this a short one?
Hi. I'm back.
Sarah, do you want some coffee concentrate?
No, thank you. I've had my coffee today.
Okay. Yep.
So I'm wearing the black version of the tuxedo ruffle acetate top that Amy was just wearing in white. I'm wearing a size small, and I ordered an extra small. I didn't have it yet, but honestly, I would probably wear this in any size.
Would you wear it with like just
You know, I would wear it
like
with nothing
tights or
underneath.
right? Like sheer tights?
Yeah,
or
yesterday we were shooting Sasha for a few things,
Yeah.
and I told Reed, our now in-house guru, that I was gonna put pants on underneath something, and he was like, "Why would you do that? You don't ever wear pants."
Yes.
This is true. So to answer Amy's question straightforward, yeah, I would just simply wear this as a dress with little bike shorts, probably like for a commando high-waisted brief, and walk out the door. But I'm at the office, so not that would have
Going
stopped
to meeting
me.
with Frank and
Yeah,
all that.
I mean, yes. So I'm actually wearing the black serpentine jersey pant from spring 22. If you guys were around then, we did this in what's called gecko green as well. And I just liked, because this shirt is oversized, but it also drapes really well. Because of the acetate fabric, you guys that have similar style shirt from spring in the lavender, navy, or yellow, or the sheer top as well, know how really like soft and malleable, and the hand spun to the touch is super nice. So I think I just wanted like a lean silhouette on the bottom. Again, I'm wearing it with the what's called Fabulous, no name yet. If you have a name, drop it in the comments. Feather.
It does have a name, I just can't remember.
Feather
It's like
heel.
Oscar or something.
Oh, that Cookie
Which would be
Monster.
so perfect.
And then I just really wrapped the gray Fundamentals washable cashmere easy polo over around my waist, but I'm also wearing it just over layered if I'm like running out the door, just to really make it that it's still.
I do love the ruffles coming out of that. That's
so
nice.
that, you know, it still feels very me, still a little bit of prep, which seems to be my antonym more often than not. But the ruffle, again, just makes it feel like a little bit more special.
Chic. Cool.
Thanks.
Okay, so I have got on the hoodie scarf, and this was really born of me running in to work recently. Not recently, like a year ago is how long the gestation period for this stuff. But when I came in, I told Tracy, like, I wanted the arms of a sweater, I wanted the hood of a sweater, I wanted the ties of a sweater, but I didn't want like the full sweater. And I know you're like, Amy, you're a genius, you created a dickie, duh. It's not that simple. It's not that simple. So what I really wanted is something that really mimicked out that I was wearing a full-on sweater. So I wanted the hood, but I did not want all the junk underneath, but I wanted something that could tie up really nicely and give me tons of warmth, and also let that hood come out the back.
The strings too.
Yeah, so it really is, like, it doesn't look like a dickie. It's giving full, like, layered up with a hoodie vibes underneath, but
What?
no.
I know, I missed it.
Okay. Oh no, this is my magic. You missed my magic.
Oh, I thought that was because it was the same timing as
You
my
just
magic.
poured shit all over my desk.
I was like, is your whole office waterproof? No?
Yeah.
Because
Because Couture is here. So anyways, I love this guy. I can put the hood up. I feel like such an asshole when I do that, so I'm not. And then you really can't put your arms through here, even though it is all very properly finished off as if you could, but don't.
don't
I mean,
do
or if
it.
you do, don't call me and tell me I did something wrong.
It's
It
not
just,
like a.
it was just a vibe, not a thing. Okay. All right. Talk amongst yourself.
I will talk about Amy specifically because I saw
Thanks.
Amy adding a little bit of water to her espresso martini, and I thought, I guess she just wants a little bit of water. I didn't realize she did not tell me it was concentrate, so I'm prepared to go ham. Anyway, so guys, you loved the acetate sheer top that we had in spring. We also had this body in a dress, and now we have this with just the shirt in black. And we also had it in leather. So there's something really special about wearing this. I'm wearing it with the double-waisted boxer pant, and I commented in my feed, like, this is my Stella because it gives me all the chill and it gives me all of the options. So you can't tell me that I'm not wearing a jumpsuit. It's elevated. I get dimension when I'm wearing 2, pieces of black, but it's not like flat, and you have options. So I'm wearing the size extra large. Could I take a size smaller? Likely, because this is, elasticized, but I won't, because I won't get the same chill. So I just did that for you to show you, like, oh, it's too big for me. If I have a food baby, will I be okay? Sure. If I have a real baby, also that. But this is the ultimate chill top to wear in season, out of season, and also to an event where you're like, I don't have effort for all
I'm
that.
gonna be not chill. Shit, hold on, I forgot I have a blue sweater on. I know, like, guys, we're trying to do the good work and help you. But
I know.
I feel like I just ran through a car wash. You're gonna know why in a second.
So Amy is washing her car, that is her body, and I am talking about the good slouch in these pants and also in this shirt. Well, every time we try to drink coffee for you guys to be alert, it's chaos, but the best kind of chaos. Anyway, so when it's cold outside and I don't want my arms out or I want to like cover up, I'll likely just throw a lamb over my shoulders. I'm wearing it also with the heel here. I would totally wear this with the Dwayne. I would totally wear this maybe with the Rudolph, but I like getting the slim of the heel here.
Yeah, but that is a very much a year-round top.
Yeah, this is totally a year-round top. And like, again, if this were in a silk, I probably would feel a little bit more like, can't say a brand, but I probably would feel a little bit more, I don't know, feminine. I don't know. I just feel like it's easy. So Amy went through the car wash.
I just changed my top 3 times. That's why I feel like a car wash. So let me do this first, because you and I were trying things on before today. Yeah. And we know, like, I definitely, like, my earring holes are going to be so stretched out, because today, like, each time I was putting on a different outfit, it was like I was wanting to take it up or down depending on.
But that's important, because some people, we don't, even me, if I don't change my earrings, I'll be like, something's off, and it's the earring.
It can really bother you.
Yeah.
So what I want to show you is the most beautiful top, right? So Tracy created this guy. It's got built-in shoulder pads. Guys, the shoulder pads are really necessary here to give this like some strength. You don't want this dripping down here. Mm-hmm. And the top is in 4-ply silk. And then the fringe here. What's important to note about the fringe is this is really gutsy fringe. Like, this is not like when you see sometimes in a store, like, fringe that is like completely.
This is not
like
tassel burlesque fringe.
It's not tassel burlesque. It's not me in like Miss Eleanor's class and
jazz hands.
So, and that kind of fringe for your dance costume from 4th grade. This is the real stuff. She has applied it to this beautiful 4-ply silk top, and it really is giving so much. And so I'm wearing it with jeans here just to show that, like, if this were, a cocktail party during the holiday time, and you really not, I'm going to give an example. Like, I live in Greenwich, Connecticut, right? And there's always different cocktail parties, and depending on whose it is, sometimes outfits, dial certain different ways. And there's one party that we go to that tends to be fairly more conservative, but it is still holiday time, and I don't want to not dress like myself. And so this is a place where I'm going to do something like this that kind of hedges my beds here. It's kind of giving up and giving down at the same time, and it just feels very rich. But if I were going to an incredibly insane event in a loft in Tribeca, then maybe I'm going to opt for a black silk slip dress underneath, and then maybe I'm going to wear it with a tall pair of boots, and it's going to give a totally different vibe. So it's really nice knowing that you've got this one piece that functions as like the most dramatic earring or something, but it is actually just an easy top. And I think, when you talk about like having just 12 items to absorb at this time of year. I think what is really helpful in that is it really relaxes your brain when you are looking at a very concise group of items. And we're really, like I said, careful not to overwhelm ourselves first and then you. I mean, hello, sex pot.
Hi.
Now, come up here. Like, you're very bare, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it looks insane. I mean, in the amazing.
I took it as a
insane.
compliment.
Yeah,
I was like,
I meant
thank
it
you.
as a compliment.
Yeah.
So talk for a sec. I'm gonna go do a switch out, but I'm curious of like, is there
There's
boy
levels
shorts?
to this.
Like, are there levels?
There's levels to this. And when you stopped me, I was actually gonna get my slip skirt, so maybe we can show them the levels that there are.
Perfect.
All right, guys. Realistically, I know we're just off of this New York Fashion Week high. Yes, I also get the adrenaline rush from seeing these sheer skirts with nothing, or with undies, or with, I did the Renaissance tour last year and you saw all the booty cheeks. I cannot show you those, but I can show you these gams. And this has a time and place for me. I don't think I'm in that season of life where I'm wearing this, down the street as I walk through Soho, but I will wear this to an event, maybe with a long coat, and this is like a peekaboo. Now, if I
guess you have a lot of places that you would go to.
Oh, do I'm still outside. I'm married and I have a kid, but I'm still outside. but if I go somewhere where, like, if I had a work event with a friend or a spouse, I would totally layer this with a slip skirt. And so our slip skirts for this season, previously they were a little bit long, but we changed the length of them. It's funny, I feel like I'm like, hello, welcome to the couture show. But yeah, this is slightly shorter, so I love that I'll get a little hem. I'm gonna step in a minute to show you the difference. But this length on me, I'm wearing it with the recycled wool. Oh my God, recycled tropical wool shirt from fall. And this is the shoulder pad that we love with the detachable collar. Easy peasy, right? Yeah, easy peasy.
So good.
So good. So Amy.
Okay, can I have the black Rudolph shoes?
So this skirt here, I'm gonna do a little.
Okay, you do your little
I wish I did a little magic that just went on.
I almost just went on with my entire ass hanging out.
No, must see TV. But wait,
But my bra is on. So.
You know what I forgot today that I wanted to wear with this? My stirrup pants. So I was thinking that's a way that I want to see my leg silhouettes and not cover that. So that's another styling thing I would do.
I can see that. That would look chic.
Thanks, Amy.
Okay, so I have got on the long fringe dress.
Wow.
I'm wearing a bra right now because I forgot it. I couldn't take it off. I'm dressing behind the camera here. But this is chicer than chic. Chicer than chic. You've got the seam here with the pockets angled forward. And then this is in a really heavy 4-ply silk. And what I want to say to you guys is if you, so I'm wearing the size 4. And you guys know that my hip size is really, that's where I'm between a 4 and a 6. Mm-hmm. So I am filling this out on the hips enough, but I'm not spreading it, right? If I had another 1/2 inch on my hips, I would spread the pocket a little bit. Ooh. So this is one where you want to look at the sizing where if you are spreading the pocket a little bit, but it's really fitting everywhere else, I would tack the pocket down. You just want to like make it easy and
would you go up a size?
No, because I think it just depends. Like when you put it on, if it's fitting in all the areas, I wouldn't go up a size because I think it's a dress that you could feel overwhelmed in with all the amazing details on it. And so I wouldn't go up a size. I would just probably tack down
the pockets.
Yeah.
But you should size to your widest measurement. So if you're fuller at the bust and not the hip, take that measurement. Or if you're fuller at the hip, that's
striptease. Okay, so I just took off the bra and I would just put on like some little pasty thing, but I think a beautiful silk bra would look nice as well. So you can see that this is really open in the back here. Can you see that?
I think this might, if you're not married, this is going to catch you something. If you are, this is going to save your marriage. I'm telling you, this dress, this is the one.
So you've got the straps here holding it together and then the black. So really very rich 4-ply silk. And I keep saying 4-ply silk because, guys, this is
4-ply isn't cheap.
Well, 4-ply isn't cheap, but it's also one of those things when, I hadn't experienced this till I moved to New York, and I remember when I started Tibby, we were doing lots of events with socialite events, right? You were doing things at the Frick, you were doing things at the Botanical Winter Gardens event, and I found myself often sitting at tables, you know, with someone who was in Dior Couture, or they were in couture, and you know, you really, I remember I just thought I need something that will stand up to that, but I'm not wearing couture, and even if I could afford couture, it wouldn't be my vibe. So how can we do things that are still chill and modern and classic and reasonable, but it stands up to the best of the best workmanship around you? And that is one of the biggest compliments that we receive that has to do with the clothing, is that people say, you know, I was at this event and everyone was wearing their blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I didn't, you know, I felt I was there. I wasn't nervous. I wasn't uncomfortable. You're focused on the event at hand rather than like, and what I'm wearing, like making me self-conscious. Yeah?
Yeah. I was laughing because I put this finger up.
Is that my like shush?
No. I said I was going to step away, and they said like, this is a Baptist finger. Like when your church is like, excuse me, but everybody still sees you. Just because you put your finger up, they still see you.
Oh, okay.
So like, excuse me, miss. I'm
It's
tipping
a
back.
Baptist thing.
Well, I think it's just probably everybody that's trying to sneak away.
Okay, cool. Do you mind handing me that black sandal? Because I'm curious how casual this can be. And guys, this is like real life. We're gonna try this on for the first time together here. Because when Couture and I were trying a lot of this stuff on before we started today, it was interesting. Like, it requires some zhuzh, right? Like, with this interest and level that we have here, this wasn't just like throwing on fundamentals and running out the door. There were many times that we put things on that we wanted to go back to the, is it back to the steering wheel? What do you call it?
Back to the future? Back to the drawing board?
Back to the drawing board. But anyways, I think this is an option too. So it really just depends on where I am. But I have to say, if I were St. Bart's holiday time, like maybe it's kind of like sandal, weird. Maybe I'm gonna go with the sparkly hose. I don't know. But
or like no hose and a big earring.
Yeah. So we had the satin version of this for the Botanical Gardens type event. We had this for something a little bit chicer, chiller. You're showing up as yourself. And then the sandal is what I am wearing in St. Bart's in January, which I would actually never go there in January for New Year's. I think it sounds like a horrible time of year to be there. Wow, just because it's so crowded. Just so crowded. This is amazing. Love this.
Thank you. Okay, this is the last one, guys. Hi. So I'm wearing the white PK tuxedo bib shirt. Has someone worn this yet? No. Okay. So, I love this shirt. I was explaining it earlier to our store stylist as kind of, you know, the shirt when your significant other or partner or whoever goes tuxedo shopping and they're like, what do you mean I have to wear a different shirt than my regular Oxford? This is the shirt that I compared that to. The detail on this bib is really, really amazing. The PK white detail, the mandarin collar I love, and
this is cute on you.
Thank you. And it's something that you guys have seen in fall with the 2 style shirts or 3 style shirts that have removable collars. So it's definitely a style that we are continuing with, that we really love. The bib does not come off this shirt. I will just preface that. And I am wearing it with the fluid suiting shorts from fall in the slate gray color. I'm wearing underneath just a footless commando tight. It's in like a sheer, I'd say like maybe a 25-30 denier, which is essentially how sheer it is. And I'm wearing it with the black version of the shoe that I was wearing earlier. Again, these are coming out in November around resort time. I'm wearing them because they're in my size, and I really, really love them. If you guys saw our spring runway, you saw a great tropical wool short and collarless jacket over leggings, and so I wanted to kind of bring this idea to the present because it was something that obviously I was really craving, and just really manipulate the pieces that I have that I love to work for something that I'm really excited about.
I just noticed this has the snap on the back, so if you're wanting to take that ring off,
Yep.
you have options. Options are good.
Yep.
Yeah.
In case you're not actually like taking the shirt off and hanging it somewhere, which is
I
what in fact the D-ring is for. But yeah, so this I definitely feel like I could dial it up, tone it down. I could put on the matching blazer. I think there's a lot of opportunity for this shirt that goes far beyond the classic like black pant, although you know the tropical Reese trouser, this pant as well, the double waist also looks great with this too.
Sweet. Thanks.
What size are you wearing in that?
This is a small. The shorts are a 00.
I mean, the small, you're so straight up.
And to be fair,
Audrey Hepburn, Breakfast at Tiffany,
little
is like
bun.
answering the door. You got your earplugs in?
or I got like my Bluetooth like Anthony.
Yeah.
Stop.
And to be clear, I did try this without pants. The slit was a little too high for the office.
Brody? Oh, for the
So
office.
For the office.
I was like,
for the
Brody?
office. There's a lot of young impressionable minds out there.
Keep them at in check. All right. Okay, so talk about what you're
Oh, so I
wearing.
popped on the acetate tux just to show you the ease of it, and I'm wearing it with the double waisted. I'm actually going to tuck it at point just to show you my faux cummerbund vibes.
Nice.
Yeah, what are you wearing? You're wearing navy.
I'm not wearing a bra, by the way, because I had to go dress in the hallway, but
I love that you told. I'm like, oh.
very open. So what I'm wearing is I have taken our old version, the longer version of the black acetate skirt. You can take any slip skirt that you have, and I'm wearing it under the black version of the little beaded Animal Guy elastic waist skirt. The elastic waist skirts fit like all of the elastic waist skirts and fundamentals, so those are the sizes you're gonna wear. Are they small, medium, and large for the animal?
The animal, because it's a precious fabric. I believe that
it's
it's
actually
size.
size.
Yeah.
Okay. So
But
I'm
even
wearing a
that-
size 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can see where it's hitting me. So
What if
that.
I was like, okay, we're good. Just spend a lot of time together without.
But I just want to show you. So this was one that when you and I were trying things on, I went through a couple different iterations to see.
Here you go.
No, I'm good. I had to
Okay.
burp.
Oh, what? Guys, welcome to
Wait,
be high school. I swear, this is us in the hallway.
Okay, too much information. But so what I wanted to do was when I started off with a black high neck t-shirt, and it felt too heavy and covered, and so immediately just going with either a really low cami or commando underneath completely is what felt really best with me.
Yeah.
It also felt best pulling this over to
Great.
to the other button. And what
a
I
lot of
like
fun.
too is that this is one where I'm wearing the navy
Yes.
on the Liam, and this is our navy Liam tropical wool.
Yep.
And then I'm mixing it up here with the skirt. And that was again, not to belabor this point, guys, but when you sometimes wonder how in the world can there be so much merchandise out in the world, one thing that happens at a lot of companies is that they get very caught up with things, like, oh, if you're going to have this skirt, you need a clean blazer to go with it. And then I know that you would tell a merchandiser at these companies, and by the way, Tibby, 4 years ago, you would tell them, but we've already got a clean blazer. You've got one in fundamentals. I don't need to give you a new one in this window just because you need everything outfitted out.
Right.
And so you don't. And so this is being free of these shackles that would be put on us if we worked with outside investors and all that kind of stuff, is so literally, it's freeing, like I just described it. And what it means is that if you've got the big blazer already in your closet, you don't need a new one. You are like, checkbox, done, and you've got the perfect thing to wear with this. But I'm going to show you another perfect thing that you probably already have as well.
I was smirking because a lot of from the runway show, a few people that I have met with virtually and are clients of, both of our stores were featured in these street shots, these street style shots, and they were wearing something similar to what Amy is wearing. So wearing their previous sheer skirt with a longer liam, double cinch, and they kept getting stopped. Like, oh my God, these people are all wearing black, but it has dimension. So I wanted to point that out. So anyway, I have tucked this guy in, but I'm gonna pop that fringe cape on because I want to show you guys. It's actually OS. So OS, if you see that on the site, if you see it on the size chart, means one size. And that to me, oh, there you got it. So there's a bra under there and it's pink. There's what it is. So this being one size, and like when I took this from Annabelle just now, Amy had this on a minute ago, it is heavy. This is like a small child, but like in the best way. It feels very rich, very luxurious.
Gabriel and Charlie were a lot heavier than this, so you're obviously a mom of girls. I'm just saying.
She was, whoa, hello.
I know.
Wow. Oh, I can live my best Tina and Cowboy Carter life. Okay. All right, so guys, wearing this with a pant. So Amy had it on a little bit earlier and she was wearing it with the double-waisted carpenter jean. I am now wearing it with tropical wool. So you can see there are ways to like, it's gonna dial up anything. There's no playing around here that this is like a no-nonsense.
So you're not going to the grocery store?
Huh?
You're not going to the grocery store?
No. And if I go to a grocery store like this, I'm going just because I want people to see me. I'm not there to shop. I don't need food. I don't need air. I just need this, and I'm doing good.
But you would never do that?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, hi.
Yeah. So.
I like that long.
I know. I wanted to. So, when I came out, actually, let me just show you what I just went through in the mirror here.
Okay.
So I came out, guys, first, and I was wearing this. First of all, I felt mullety, just from the front at least, right? The casual gray, and then all of a sudden into the beading and the sheer. But then I was like, okay, it's not so much about the mullet thing that bothers me. What bothers me is that, when we talk about the rule of three, or one ton or none, the idea is that your eye just lands in one place. So right now, this is lighter. So first of all, I crave then to have, if I'm gonna wear this, I'm gonna crave to have a t-shirt underneath that is a little bit darker. It really plays at the same level. So now already me covering this up, if I had a darker gray tee on, your eye is relaxing a little bit. So I'm jumping from here, then I've got this, then I'm seeing the sheer, and then I'm seeing the pump.
Yeah.
My eyes going all over the place. So just simply by putting on the tall, dark boot here, it's like now what I was trying to correct up here, I've corrected down here. So now everything just relaxes again, and I'm a little bit focused here. So that's not a bad thing. And so it really, when you are getting dressed in your closet, just keep playing and playing until you get it to the right place.
Yeah.
But a lot of times getting to the right place is seeing like when does your eye just land the way that you want it to.
Yeah. Sweet.
Do you have any more outfits?
Some lace. Well, we didn't show them. We can show them some stuff. I think we should, right?
Why don't we? Because
let's go for it.
I'm like sweating it, running around here, showing all this stuff. So I'm going to show you. This is the gray colorway here in the sweater. Again, we love this a million ways to one. And then you could wear it here. You can see this has the black fringe detail on it. And I think I would really love this too, just over like a white dress as well. I was saying I would wear this over a white dress.
Oh, totally.
1000%. So what I love too is it's very grandpa styled. And then I just want to show you how this sits when it's opened up.
I think there's like 4 more styles we should work through.
Why don't you show things for a second and let me get the let me get the bird's eye.
Yeah, for sure.
Real quick.
Okay.
But she's naked over there.
I mean, you know.
I know, guys.
No. What's today? It's today.
Well, it is a full moon, but I think to reiterate again, like, we are so used to the clothing being like, throw it on, get it out, you know? And the thing is when you put this stuff on, some of it is it's precious. Yeah. And some of it's requiring the adjustment of a strap or a detail. And so you don't just like throw it on.
So I guess when you say precious, should we define it? Because when I think like precious, meaning it needs
precious, like just be careful.
Yeah, just be careful, right? Because it's not like it's too precious to wear. It shouldn't be, but there's a lot of thought put into this. And just like Amy was craving something a little bit darker, I'm wearing a black tank top under here, and I don't mind it because I'm wearing all black, so it gives a little bit of dimension. But and but if I'm wearing this tank top,
you hand her that bracelet real quick.
Oh yeah, if I'm wearing this tank top, how do I feel? I feel like it's mixing. So if I wore something like this and you invite me to your house, don't send all the invites at once.
God, am I like naked in the camera?
Yeah.
No, really?
No, I don't think so. Send 3 hearts if Amy's naked. But I would totally dress up this cardigan with a little earring that has a little bling to it, and I would feel just as elevated, but chill, easy. And you can see the differences between, which I'm not mad at the differences between those two blacks. One's a little bit more saturated because they're different fabrications. One's a yarn, one's a tropical wool.
So I'm going to take the blazer here.
Yeah.
And I want to show, show it with this. So,
totally.
This is just this is our slip dress. Actually, this is for,
I was going to say,
it's fundamentals for next spring.
Because there's a difference.
Yeah, there's a difference. So this one is cut straight across. This one's coming in January. Mm-hmm. Many of you may have the one that goes like this. So it doesn't matter which one, right? We just wanted to change it up. Like, we've had the other one for a while. I wanted to change it up. Mm-hmm. And this one has a little more of a 90s straight up vibe to it. So what I love then is when you've got these easy slip dresses in your closet, which we know we all tend to really live with, then a next level on a blazer really, really kicks it up. Mm-hmm. And this is where, like, yes, I love the Liam blazer, black, all of them, right? But this is where I was really craving, like, an old world, true, like, tailored tuxedo blazer. And that's what Tracy's created here. So you see it's got the really beautiful lining on the inside. It's got this really rich, heavy satin lining, and that extends to the lapel. Then it has this bird's eye detail. Oh yeah, we have to show that gray suit pant before we end. Just the one that has all the details? Maybe not. Anyways. You know the one that you're like, we have to show that because it has so many.
Yeah. Yes, I am.
I about this.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Well, you're coming for me, and I love it. I'm here for it. Chopsticks.
But this is where, like, I'm gonna wear these big blingy Jill Sander earrings I just got actually, and I'm gonna wear this, and
this neckline is fresh.
It's fresh, and it's like, you just feel so easy and ready to go out in it. And so having your basic slip dress, you can take this on, and this is putting you in full-on black tie. And then I'm gonna go back here now to the little fringe cardigan. I'm gonna show you. So here I am, full black tie, right? And if I'm traveling, this is gonna become a go-to because I could see then at some point just having a casual dinner with a white t-shirt and beaded jeans on with this. But then, if I'm going to be wearing this out too for dinner, this is just going to take on a totally different vibe as well. So what you want to do is have things that can really mix up the moment, feel very different. Each piece in the capsule is really serving a very different purpose. There's really not an overlap there. So what size are those?
These are 4.
4. Okay, so why don't I just throw those on with the tank and we can show like
I love that.
How to mix it, and then we can end on that if that works. Okay. Cool. Great.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this collection, Amy, and I love that we're calling it the capsule. When I and some of our stylists, all of our stylists actually, when we're meeting with you guys, we're trying to build these like capsule wardrobes for your own closet and help you to think strategically about how you're buying. And this is truly like, it embodies everything that we're practicing, what we preach, and we're also doing things in a more sustainable way. And it's not more sustainable than anybody else. It's probably like us in competition with ourselves constantly. So this is really, really good. But yeah, so I am wearing, I'm like off my soapbox now. I am wearing, voila, not the Thomas check. So you've seen me wear the Thomas check in my feed and also in style class, and it is the brown plaid version of this same jacket, even though this is double-breasted. And so you get a lot of details in this really beautiful menswear plaid. And I think that what Tibby is known for is the beautiful plaids. I get stopped for all my old Tibby plaids, and I'm begging Tracy to bring them back all the time. So this is a good one. Yeah. And I'm just wearing it with black, so it gives a little, I'm craving a heel here, but not that satin. So all these are tools that you really do need, because the satin Bartholomew and the leather Bartholomew.
You have such a hard time with that.
I know. And thank God I didn't marry or have a man named Bartholomew, because I would never. Jesus.
Just honestly though, can't see you with Bartholomew.
I mean, if this is your husband or son's name, please don't come for me. It's a great name. If anything, just send me the phonetic spelling.
Oh, you know someone is.
I know. I don't want.
Someone just even wrote to me yesterday, and they're like, "Your modifier is not humorous. It is." Anyway, I appreciated it. It was a.
Thank you.
It was a. I was grammatically incorrect, so thank you.
So what is it then?
I can't even remember. I don't know.
Okay.
You know I can't remember anything.
It's the full moon, guys. Don't howl at us.
I can't remember anything on it.
We're giving you a little bonus because it's 3:05.
Okay.
All right. So
okay.
Matt,
so
no, not yet.
No, wait, Matt.
No.
Okay, so what I want to show you guys is this pant.
Yep.
So this pant is, it's not intended to be worn completely loose like this, although if that's your vibe, you could.
Go for it.
And I could imagine too, like, and actually, Annabelle, one more thing. Do you mind grabbing for me a belt? Any belt, doesn't matter.
Any belt, just not the white belt.
Yeah. So, well, yeah.
Maybe.
But, because what I want to show you is you could hike it up and belt it and create a paper bag thing. But this belt, this pant, has a million ways to style this, and I want to show you.
Show them those snaps.
So right now, what Tracy did is she put these snaps on the side, and it's going to create, you see this is flat here? So this is going to create this pleating detail. So we have pleats.
ASMR.
Yeah.
I really like hearing it.
So first, you can just do pleats on one side,
Yeah.
and you can see where it's hitting me. I'm wearing this tank on purpose so you can see like where the different body parts are. So here is asymmetrical. Here's my belly button, and you can see where this is hitting. I am wearing the size 4. I wear a size 27 in Tibby. I am 5'5", and
you have a 27-inch waist.
120, 123 in weight, 27-inch waist.
So
a little bit more after Paris.
It's like a
so here,
snapping.
Yeah. So here I've snapped it up, and you can see it is going to sit naturally right here. So my belly button is right here, and this is where the pant is sitting. And then what is really great about this pant is we didn't do the snaps on the back of the pant. What Tracy did was she picked up the back of the pant and she stitched it down as a tuck. Yeah. And so that's going to give you that little angle there. And the sandals here, I know that we released these this summer because they were so good. We're like, all right, let's get them out the door. But I truly created this as a fall sandal. And it happened because, last October, I was like, Alana, it's just not getting cold out. And I'm wanting to wear some of my more wintry fabrications. But when I'm putting on my berry sandal, anything that you would call a single sole sandal that really sits flat to the ground, doesn't feel right in the way. It feels like a mullet. It feels like a mullet. It feels like you're wearing really summer mixed with fall.
Yeah.
That's like a seasonal mullet, okay? That causes a fashion mullet. We never know where these things come from.
Welcome to the
So
Farmers Market.
that's why I wanted this to have a little more heft to it.
Yeah.
It's also one that when you're wearing it with a tabby sock, it stands up to a tabby sock. When you're wearing a tabby sock with something that is single sole,
what is a tabby sock for people that don't know?
The one that gives you a camel toe. It gives you toes.
So it will split your. It will split.
Oh, a camel toe here, not here. Okay, so
Thanks for staying till 3:10. Wait, show them the snaps on the back too.
So last one.
Okay.
You've also got the snaps on the back. So if you want to leave a flat front, you could do that and snap it in the back and leave it as a flat pant.
Got
One
it.
option, right? So I left it unsnapped in the front, and then I'm
You're
gonna
able
snap
to do this yourself. You don't need somebody to help you.
You are able to
I
do
do
it
this for a
yourself.
child. I
Right.
can go from 14.
So now I've got a flatter pant here, and then it's staying up higher.
Yep.
The other option is to create a pant that is very
Very high.
high-waisted, and you can see now that it's hitting right up under my rib cage. I don't breathe so well in it, so like if I,
So she won't talk anymore. I'll just moderate
well
for her.
also, you know too, if you've had kids too, they tend to like push your ribs out for some reason.
This is true.
Little rude motherfuckers.
Actually,
Actually, I love them. We're keeping them. But now it's like a very high-waisted, different vibe pant. So you have a lot of different things happening here with the pant. And then, like I had said in the beginning, another option is you can leave the whole thing loose and then hike it up and give it an interesting like paper bag vibe. Here,
Here
pull
for
it off to the side.
This tank is
and-
really a tool, man.
Yeah. So here you've got this, and then I'm going to show you just head to toe here with the jacket. And the jacket's got the cutout. The cutout really does not impede your ability to wear the pant with a pant. You don't have to overthink it. The jacket bottom here kisses right here, which is where even our low-rise jackets hit. If you had a similar jacket to us from about 5 or 6 years ago that we did, the arch came up higher, and that was one of the things when Tracy and I recreated this. I was like, Tracy, it's causing me to have to think a little bit too much when I'm getting dressed. I have to really consider what kind of shirt I'm wearing because it's always going to show. So she just remedied that by just making the cut a little less extreme. So I'm going to show you just.
So I love that we gave a little bonus because we have a lot of housekeeping.
We do.
Notes.
Okay, yeah. So housekeeping notes are: we're headed to London.
Yes.
Packing up. I'll do a packing video from home. You'll do one.
I
from
will
home.
also do one.
So we're headed to London. We have got 200 styling
Appointments. Yep.
I'm
Glad I drank that
think you meant
coffee
to write
concentrate.
20, but 200. But they're all going to be great, and we're going to all give you guys lots of good attention.
Yes.
And then on one of the evenings, we have got a great talk happening. I know that we have around 65 people on the wait list for that talk. So it really is quite a bit oversubscribed, unfortunately, if you did not sign up for it on time. If you were wondering how to find out about these things, please, guys, sign up for our emails. I mean, certainly I post it on Instagram. We
And I
post it
post it
on,
too.
you post on stories. But if you sign up for our email newsletters, that is how you find out about good stuff. We do not just randomly, email you and tell you our favorite, like, soda. Which I do like that probiotic one right
Oh
now.
my
but
God.
anyways.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, it's really good. So that's one of them. Then we go to Paris, and I think that in Paris, actually, we are going to go over, Sarah and I are going to go over to Printemps for a couple of hours. So for any of you Frenchies, I would love to see you at Printemps, and we will let you know when. And then I go with, then I'm going to Auckland, then Melbourne, then Brisbane, and then Sydney. That's going to be for 2 weeks, and then I'm going to come home, and then we're going to go to Austin, and we have the next in the salon series with Austin, and we have Fermin, who is the chef proprietor of one of the best, a few of the best restaurants in Austin, and actually by some awards in the U.S. He's an amazing chef, and we are going to be with Cecilia, right?
Yes, Cecilia, we love you.
And she is a managing director over at Google. And so that is our yin and yang conversation, and we are going to see where their lives intersect on the scale of creative pragmatist and the mindset. So that's going to be really great. In Austin, I know that we're going to do some stuff with Kickpleat, and she's got a new store opening up in Dallas that we're really excited about.
Shit.
Is there anything else?
I think that's it for now.
That's it for now.
That's taking us all the way to Thanksgiving.
I know, but then also we have some really good stuff with like the St. Simon's Island store.
Yeah, we do. It's
Stuff.
good. It's really
Secret.
good.
It's coming. It's good.
I feel like we should drink coffee concentrate every time. We got a lot done today.
We did.
We did it.
We did it.
You can stand and kick in these heels. Okay, we should go now. I think it's getting a little weird and awkward and uncomfortable. Okay.
Awkward.
Matt just hung up on us.
I
Bye.
know.